And I want to wake up like halfway through it and be like, fuck. I've missed so much. I know. I just got to restart it. I just got to start over. So I want to just, that's my problem. It's personal things,
Ada Pappy.
Ada Pappy.
Ada Pappy.
307 Reacts. I'm Matt. That's Chris.
Yo.
You guys know what time it is because you saw the thumbnail. It's about time, to be honest, to be real honest. It's home free. The song is I Still Believe in You. I don't know how new this is. I just clicked on the thing in our watch later.
I believe it's the newest.
Okay, perfect.
Which means this may be the one with the new member potentially.
We are Sans. Who's is it? Did they just add a member or they?
No.
Austin? Oh, it was Austin.
Austin left, and then they now have 3 Adams.
That's right. Yeah, and you guys were telling us about that. Okay.
Adam cubed.
All right. So we are Adam cubed possibly in this I Still Believe in You, home free. You guys have been
pulling for overalls, okay?
You guys have been all over our comment section asking us to do home free. We know there's voice play coming out. We know there's a couple other ones that we have to hit too. We are getting to them. This is technically our second week of shooting videos, so we got a long list in front of us still, but we're going to get around to as much as we can, as soon as we can, so just bear with us, be patient. And in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe. What else? Am I missing anything?
Let's get it.
All right, let's just get right into it, guys. Let's go. So there's 5 of them. It looked like Austin was still there.
That must be a new guy.
Everybody wants.
Oh no.
Nope,
Austin's not there. Okay. My mistake.
But still I put you at the end of the line. And how it breaks my heart to cause you this pain. To see the tears you cry falling like rain.
Okay.
Give me the chance to prove, and I'll make it up to you. I still believe in you, with a love that will always be standing so strong and true. Baby, I still believe in you and me.
All right. Okay.
The boys are never gonna give us a chance to breathe.
No,
on this one.
no, and I was like waiting for a good spot. So what are you gathering from this? It looks to me like it's just a husband and a wife who are going through the motions of just having to.
Well, it's not even necessarily going through the motions. Like, like everybody gets busy with life, right? And you kind of get down into this routine of, I get up, I go to work, and it's a quick kiss and see you.
Those are the
later
emotions
tonight.
I was talking about.
This,
Yeah, like like you got to go to work, you got to get these things done. There's kind of like no way around it, right?
Yeah.
And you have to somewhat stick to that routine, and that routine gets a little bit,
monotonous.
It gets very monotonous,
Yeah.
and you try and like keep things alive, and and keep
like,
interest in things.
I know that women in particular, and there are studies to prove this. Okay, I'm not just saying it.
Here we go.
They tend to struggle with this more because the spontaneity is not there. The fresh love that they felt back in the day is not there.
Okay.
And the reality of it is, like, the love is still there. It's just the husband or the boyfriend or whatever the case may be is so locked in on, okay, I know she's got this thing coming up, and we've got this that we need to get, and then she needs a new car, and there's repairs on the old one we have to take care of. Like, I need to make sure I'm going to work, getting this.
Make sure the house is well taken care of.
And, now there's a pipe burst in the back, and I gotta go fix that.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like the love is still there, but the tunnel vision of providing your portion of the living
of just
is
maintaining and like maintaining a healthy life and like trying to keep up on things. Like upkeep is, especially when you're a homeowner, man, like it's constant. There's always something that could be done. There's always something that could be worked on, like you said, worked on or fixed or maintained or upgraded or this, that, and the other. And it is easy to just to kind of like focus in on those things and kind of I don't want to say like put things on the back burner, but kind of just like you
okay,
like,
I'll link up with you tonight.
Like you know you're solid. You know your relationship's good, and I think sometimes that can kind of just roll into like a not being forgotten about necessarily, but just kind of like maybe not prioritized. Yeah. Where it's like we have to get these things done on the house, otherwise the house is gonna deteriorate, and we can't sit and wait on that. Like our relationship, we're together, we're good, and we know we're good, and so we can wait on that for just a minute while we take care of these other things, and then that can kind of get lost in translation.
A couple hours go
or days or whatever it may be. Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
But like, it's one of those things, and Jordan has talked about if you guys haven't noticed, I've listened to a lot of Jordan Peterson over the past 6 months, okay? Got into a lot of his interviews. God, he's got good interviews.
He's the intro to my band's new set, so yeah.
But he says that married or dating couples, at the very least, should have a date night at least once a week. Optimally, if you can do it, 3 times a week.
Oh, wow, okay.
He said 3 times a week is best.
Huh.
He said, but if you can get 1 to 2 a week, like, you're doing good. And he's like, it's not necessarily you have to go out and spend a bunch of money or whatever, Hey, you cook something nice at home, you sit down, you talk for, an hour, 2 hours, watch a movie.
Yep.
And then...
we were just talking about that. You can, like, watch a movie.
But the thing is like, he goes, a lot of people, like, once again, get into the routine of the date night a week.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes kind of a movie night that's not so special anymore. And
sure,
then you have to figure out the next thing.
Yeah, sure.
And it's a lot. I get it.
It's a lot to balance, for sure.
It is.
And sometimes it can be tough to do all those things. And
I am a very one-track mind dude.
Oh.
Okay? Like, my thing is I want to be at least seriously looking at houses by January, if not in one already. So, like... the past year for me has been hoard all the money. Hoard all the money.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad...
Make sure the trailer's good. I got a dolly to move
That's a good
things,
mindset, because, I mean...
moving blankets.
You're going to need all the money to get into a house, so that makes sense. But yeah, for sure. It definitely... It all comes back to, like, things can be stressful and a little, some anxiety in there, and, communication is key, and just making sure each other's happy and complacent where you're at. I'm not exactly sure where this is going. We're still kind of getting into this, but we're just kind of making some observations right now.
That's the other thing, too, is, like, happiness. A lot of people think that the goal is to be happy, but it's once again been proven in social experiments that if everything was perfect and you never had to worry about anything ever,
you'd be miserable.
You would be so bored that you would cause chaos and destruction just to see something different.
Yep.
So, like, having hey, I'm not happy about this right now. I don't feel happy. I don't know. Maybe it's just a sadness. I'm in a low or whatever. Talking about that with your partner and then having the discussion of, hey, you know what? We're going through this thing. That's cool. We're in it together. And it's not going to necessarily make you happy. It's not going to fix the issue just talking about it. But you kind of build this plan, and then all of a sudden the adventure of figuring out what's wrong and what's the correct course of action is really fun.
Yeah. It helps to shape who you are, helps you shape your character a little bit, helps you build that relationship with whoever you're going on that adventure with, or working through that with.
I feel like a lot of people just get miserable and bored and just hate the other person for it and never say anything. Like,
look, people need more hobbies. Okay, I'll just say that.
Facts.
Get some hobbies. Okay, don't just blame the other person because they're doing something and you're not. Just get some hobbies. There's tons of them out there, and maybe you can get a hobby together. I don't know.
Is that tea?
I shouldn't be. Yeah, always drinking the tea over there. I shouldn't be speaking on any relationship advice. I'm the last person on that. But anyways, let's keep going.
You learned a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
myself.
Yep.
Never looking back. For all the times I hurt you, I apologize. I'm sorry it took so long to finally realize. Give me the chance to prove
Same, bro, same.
that nothing's worth losing.
He's like, I nailed it.
I still believe in you. With a love that will always be. Standing so strong and true. Baby, I still believe in you and me. I believe in you and me, baby. I still believe.
God,
All
dude,
right,
those
Adam.
Rascal Flats runs.
Dude.
Okay, that.
And Adam doing the drums under like I'll
You're
now
like,
never.
all right, Adam, and I'm like,
I know.
which one?
I'm not. Well, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm never gonna stop talking about Adam Rupp's drums. It's
so
crazy how he can make a kick drum sound as good as a sampled pack that I have on my computer. That's
Yeah.
a real drum set. It doesn't. And I know there's production behind it. Obviously, there's mixing and mastering that goes into this that kind of helps clean things up and do this and that and the other. But I've seen it live. I've seen him do it live, and it's
Insane.
I don't get it, dude. There's so many. I don't get it. I don't understand it. This is totally like a give and take.
Yeah.
Video. Like
Yeah.
there has to be give and take in order to keep each other happy, because like we were talking about, there are certain things that you just can't avoid. You have to go to work. You got to take care of things. You got to be an adult. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to pay for things. You got to repair things. Things are just gonna happen that are unavoidable.
Yep.
The best way to do it is to just know that, like, those little reassurances, right? Like she walks out and he brings him a coffee. You know, like she makes him a little smiley face breakfast to show that, like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Like, made you went a little above and beyond to make you this thing. And then he goes, you know what? I need to do something. I have to try and I have to do the same thing. So
Well, and that's a big thing too. Is like, she could be feeling a certain way and he's feeling the same way, but they haven't really talked about it. But then she took initiative and did something. And you could reverse it. Maybe he took initiative and do something. I feel like a lot of relationships that I watch where, like, some people are just, I'm a big people watcher, okay? Some people are
talked
just
about that.
miserable, okay, in their relationships. And, you hear the girl over here talking, well, if he'd just treat me right, I would do the blah, 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 and I would, I'd be the best wifey
It's this
material,
weird-
but I'm not going to do nothing till he does. It's like,
this weird expectation game.
well, why would he put in the effort if you're not giving any?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it goes both ways.
100% goes
But,
both ways. Absolutely.
Like, if you feel like you're lacking something from the other person, how about you just give a little more, see what happens?
Yeah, just try some, see what happens, see how they respond, and that whole, we were talking about, like, the expectation waiting game thing.
Yeah.
That is a toxic spiral waiting to
Facts.
happen. Like,
Yep.
if you get into that thing with your significant other and you're both feeling that way, and nobody does anything to try and get out of it, it is just you're doomed. You're doomed. It is a toxic spiral. I have been in that spiral, and it's a rough place to be.
Yeah.
And once you're in it, it is super hard to get out of. It's
is.
like almost impossible to get out of. The best thing to do,
It took me 5 years.
I was gonna say, the best thing to do, I think, is to like, try and take some initiative and I mean, again, it goes back to what I said in the last pause. Communication is key, man.
And I've got to the point now where, like, I'll straight up look at my wife sometimes, okay? For those of you who haven't been around for a while, okay, I got married in February, but there'll be sometimes I'll look at my wife and go, Kenna, you're not going to like this, okay? But this is how I feel about this, and we need to do something about it.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, she's not happy with it, okay? But she doesn't scream and yell at me about it. She's like, well...
Yeah. She does the same thing, though. She'll come to you and be like,
okay. Like,
I'm feeling like this,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing, is like getting together and just going, hey, I need you to hear this because it's so bad to just keep it in and just not say anything. It's horrible.
And it's unbelievably scary to come out and say something,
Oh,
too.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
But the more you do it, the easier it
When
gets.
you're uncomfortable with something and you know the other person is not going to be like
not
super.
gonna like this.
Yeah, like it's so hard to come to them and just be like, hey, so.
Well, she was looking at a house. Perfect example. She was looking at a house. It's a friend of ours selling her house. And she's like, if we go and talk to a loan officer, we could do this thing and then, wait till she moves out and we don't have to pay anything till she moves out and we take possession and like this whole... I'm like, listen, number one, all of our house money is tied up in an IRA. Okay, we're not getting that till the end of November.
I was going to say, you got to wait on that.
So, you're not going to like this. Okay, I'd been thinking about it for a couple of weeks. Okay, she's
not
been
gonna like this.
She's been like handing me things like we could do this, this, and whatever. So a couple weeks goes by, and I go listen, and this is exactly how it went. I came home, I sat in my gaming chair, and I have the bed next to my desk. I pop my feet up on the bed. Okay, she's sitting on the bed, and I go, babe, you're not gonna like this. I said, but hear me out. I said this whole house thing, I get it. You like the house. It's our friend. We'd be helping her out.
You want to get into a house?
Said, but anytime I've ever tried to rush something, it never worked out.
100%.
Every time.
Yep.
I said, I think if we push this, it's going to be more trouble than it's worth. And she just sad. So
you can
sad.
just feel the despair. Like
she goes, you're right.
Yep.
I don't like it. But you're right.
It's
And
logical.
Then,
it's logical.
A couple hours went by, and we had a conversation about it again, and then we now have a new course and direction, and everything's great.
Sometimes the logical answer is not always the best. Like, it doesn't feel like the best thing, but logic is the better way to go. Patience, logic, just
patience.
Sometimes you got to back up and just wait it out for a little bit, see what happens. Anyways, let's finish this out.
Here comes that Rascal Flatts run.
Oh, I didn't even hear that the first time, dude. I was too on the drums, man.
With a love that will always be, I will always be standing so strong and true. Baby, I still believe in you and I believe in you.
Dude, knock it off with that mix. That is crazy.
Well, new Adam, I give you a 5 out of 5.
Oh, that was
okay.
That was yeah.
beautiful.
I don't. That's right. His name is. I was like, I don't even know his name.
New Adam.
New Adam.
New Adam.
Now, do you know anything about where they found this guy? How they found this guy?
Not a clue.
No. Okay.
Nope.
You guys will tell us in the comments. Where did they find this guy? How did they find this guy?
Found him laying under a dumpster somewhere.
Because Austin is an incredible singer. Like
Absolutely.
And he fit the band very well. Like
Yeah.
he did a really, really, he played his part very well and fit the mix really well, voice wise and things like that. However, New Adam seems like he's filling the shoes pretty well.
Shoes.
Like,
and that's the scary thing when you come across a band like Home Free or Linkin Park, okay, and you have to fill a role. It's a very scary thing.
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, you're
Like-
coming. Linkin Park is a great example. When you're coming in to fill the shoes of someone like Chester Bennington, one of the most iconic lead singers for like that genre over the last few decades or 3 decades or whatever it is. Like that's not a small set of shoes to fill. Like that.
And here's the thing: a lot of people are gonna. Sorry, we'll get back to Home Free, but a lot of people are upset about the whole Linkin Park thing. I don't think they had a choice. They had to, instead of trying to fill the shoes, they changed
You
shoes.
can't replicate it.
Yeah.
So you might as well just try something different.
Yep.
Try something different with somebody who's got talent,
Yeah.
but isn't trying to be Chester Bennington, you know? And that's not to say that New Adam is trying to be Austin. No. I just think that he has an awesome voice, and it's fitting the mix very well.
Yeah, I think it was, number one, they didn't have to change shoes to make him fit the group.
Yeah, yep, 100%.
He filled the shoes perfectly.
100%.
He fits right in. I mean, even aesthetically, if you showed me this video and never told me that Austin had left, it would take me probably a minute in before I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this guy?
Wait a second. That's not Austin.
They got an actor. I wonder who this actor is. And then you see him singing. Who the fuck?
And you're like, oh, wait. No. And it's one of those things, too, where if I would have never known, if I was new to this and never knew that they had an old, lead singer? I don't know. They're all lead singers.
Yeah.
But like a lead front guy, whatever. If I would have never known, I wouldn't ever question it. I wouldn't second guess it. I'd just be like, this is the group.
He fits
and
great.
He kills it. Yeah, the mix is awesome.
Yep.
Adam's drums are unbelievably, they just get better. Every time we hear them, I'm just like, sample pack. Adam Rupp, sample pack. Now, I want it. We've got some stuff coming up with Chris over the next 12 months. Yeah, you heard me right.
It's a long project.
12 months. But in that amount of time, we could get a sample pack going, and those drums would work awesome for what we have going on. So, gonna need that, Adam, okay? So whenever you get a chance, just maybe I'll hit him up on Instagram and be like, hey, remember me from whatever year that was that you guys played in Cheyenne? It's like 3 years ago or something like that.
Come through Wyoming again.
Yeah,
Hit
come
up
through
the
Wyoming.
Studio.
And I just need, I got the microphones, I got the thing. I just need you to just do the thing for me really quick. And then we can collaborate on something. Maybe we can get like another drum company involved, Tune Track or something like that, and get some money out of it, I'm not looking for any money. I just want to use the sounds, okay? That's all I want. That's all I want. But yeah, they're 5 out of 5 every single time. And I'm stoked for them. I'm glad they found somebody.
I think this was a beautiful showcase of the new guy.
Yep. And it kind of seems like they set it up that way.
Yeah.
They set it up to just be like, all right, look, this is our new member. This is what he can do. And it's like, damn, he can do it.
God, I am that tattooed douchebag that just loves Rascal Flatts. Okay, I grew up with it. My mom was a huge fan. My mom actually went out to dinner with them or whatever. I believe it was that band. Could have been another one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She's been to their live shows for sure, and it was definitely one of those groups I just heard growing up. The song Mayberry. I would love to hear Home Free cover that.
Okay.
So, boys, if you're listening, I need overalls to give me overalls and
Rob.
New Adam, bro. Bring that Rascal Flatts Mayberry vibe, bro.
For sure. Yeah,
so,
that was incredible.
Beautiful.
Glad to have Home Free back on the screen again. Glad to be back in the studio again. Glad all of you guys are with us. Thank you guys for sticking it out with us and waiting and being patient. And it's been a long summer, but we're back at it now, and we're gonna hit it hard and just be ready for videos every week. For the rest of forever.
For the rest of our lives.
That's just all we're gonna do now. It's just put out
the
videos.
Rest of your lives.
We're just gonna put out videos on the internet and see if people like them. That's our new idea. That's
our new idea. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it a reaction channel. It's gonna be awesome. Anyways,
if you guys enjoyed today's episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Bow.
I did my best rendition of trying to be an a cappella sensation. Gang! That's all I got. That's the best I can do. What was it? The As a Structure Fails one was, and this one.